everybody, and welcome to Off the Rack. I'm Sal, and I'm by myself today talking about the all-new, all-different Amazing Spider-Man #1. Boy, it feels like every couple of years you get an Amazing Spider-Man #1, doesn't it? This one's written by Dan Slott with art by Giuseppe Camuncoli, which is the same team that brought you a significant portion of Superior Spider-Man, which a lot of people enjoyed. This is right off the heels of Secret Wars, which is still continuing even though this is taking place afterwards, but it has nothing to do with Secret Wars and gives you no spoilers, so I call that a win. This is, for me, a continuation directly from the last time that we were reading Spider-Man written by Dan Slott that had nothing to do with a marriage or children. We've got basically Peter Parker being the poor man's Tony Stark. Their words, not mine. And I suppose that's kind of an interesting status quo. We're basically doing a Batman Incorporated for Spider-Man minus the significant number of different versions of Spider-Man, although I'm sure that's gonna happen sooner rather than later. For this one, it's just setting up the stage for this all-new, all-different direction for Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man. He's still Spider-Man, he's still single, although I think he's still seeing this new girl on the side who is his technology director or something. Somebody cool and interesting, and who knows. He drives a Spider-Mobile, learned how to drive finally, and apparently he just hand-wavingly says his spider sense helped with a big portion of that. We have no idea what has become of Aunt May, but we do know that Peter is still trying to maintain his power and responsibility angle with Uncle Ben by creating the Uncle Ben Foundation, which is kind of cute and interesting, if not cheesy. But you know what? There were a lot of moments of cheese in this book, and I'll be damned if I didn't fall for almost every single one of them. He does a great job with Hobby Brown being the Prowler / Spider-Man. It's a lot of fun. I don't want to give away too much because there's a lot of setup and it's going in bold new directions. We got some neat cameos from other characters, like Mockingbird, of all people. And Slott is really just bringing us something different while assuring us that nothing has significantly changed. So it's a perfect comic book, at least. I really found Camuncoli's art to be distracting during his Superior Spider-Man run, and I was disappointed that Stegman didn't stick around to finish it out, but I think he's gotten a lot better. I love his inorganic material, and there certainly is enough of it to go around. There's a lot of tech, a lot of buildings, a lot of cars, and a lot of Spider-Man flying around. So the Camuncoli's strengths are really played to here. His people are meh. His Anna Maria looks more like just a little girl rather than a little adult. Some other revelations take place, particularly on the last page, which I won't give away, and it's setting things up for the future. I'm really looking forward to it now that we've done Superior Spider-Man. As far as this goes, look, I read Renew Your Vows. I was very excited to see Peter Parker and Mary Jane back together, having a kid. Moving forward, this is playing with that trend of moving forward while also maintaining the editorial direction of, like, Peter Parker has to be single and available and young, even though he owns his own multinational corporation and deals in billions of dollars and employs people and creates foundations. I don't know, it doesn't feel like a 20-something-year-old unless his last name is Zuckerberg. Point being, I feel like even though I was more excited for Renew Your Vows and less excited for this bold new direction for Peter Parker post-Secret Wars, I'm actually finding myself more on board for this direction than not. I'm excited for where this goes. I'm also more excited to find out what has become of Aunt May. Not necessarily because I'm a huge Aunt May supporter, but more because I'm a huge fan of Ultimate Aunt May, and we have no idea what happened after Secret Wars, and I'm kind of hoping that she kind of made it. You know what? I'm excited for the new direction, and I think you might be as well, depending on which character you're kind of rooting for. So pick it up if you want to. There's a link in the description box down below for you to get the digital version from Comixology. And of course, if you want to stop by our Patreon and give us a visit, it's patreon.com/ComicPOP. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.